forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're gonna do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day. Season after season. Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field, just remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today. Harvest tomorrow. All around the world, farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too. But sometimes it's about being at the right place at the right time. A wise man once said that the best lessons are learned under the wide open sky. I think the same thing can be said about our art. Yeah, it can be messy, but it's always beautiful. So beautiful it can help you see yourself and the world in all new ways. In the art of farming, the soil is the canvas, the seeds are the paint, and the harvest is the masterpiece.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Is it missing something?
Good morning. How are you guys doing today? I'm going to be running this Challenger, 160 horsepower, MT635. Board equipment for this contract here in Gnadenthal. Now, we don't have a heads-up display, do we? That's better. field 34. I can't hear this. Did I turn the volume down? I think I turned the volume down in settings. Volume, sound. Yeah, I did. All right. That's better. Let's get some radio going. Can't switch radio station. Get in and out of the tractor to change radio stations. How you guys doing today? I see there's one of you guys watching already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember, if you guys are new here, you control the hat I wear. Just spin that wheel. Okay. Looks like we're in November. Rain is in the forecast. It's 9 a.m. Collect these rocks, and then if and when people join, we'll pick up more contracts. I am not running guidance steering, am I? Let's fix that. Where did I go off track? So what are you guys up to today? Was I off track from the beginning? I must have just completely not turned on guidance steering. I thought I did, but obviously I am wrong. Blue collar living, how's it going? All right. No. Once again, it turned off. What am I doing to turn it off? Maybe I'm hitting the keyboard. All right. Set this up. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. I'm doing great, blue collar. Doing great. Just getting up, had breakfast, and play some farming sim. Running in this Challenger. Collecting some rocks in Gnadenthal. That's good. You're good as well. You're off this week. You lucky. I gotta go to work. I'm not gonna leave till tomorrow morning, though. I probably should, but I didn't get home until late on Monday, so I'm just not leaving until. I didn't get home until late on Friday, so I got home on Friday and just went to bed, and that means I'm just not gonna leave until Monday morning. Truck is in the shop as well. I didn't have to break down to get this one repaired. It was just like when I was starting up the truck, I was getting click, 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 started right up. I know the sounded wrong, but I was getting these clicks. Instead of the truck starting up, I was getting clicks. I'm like, something's going on with my starter. Like, I don't know if the solenoid's going or something. So, boss called and goes, anything wrong with your truck? I'm like, as a matter of fact, there is. Not anything crucial right now, but when I'm starting up, I'm getting clicks instead of the engine starting up. Takes a few tries. So they put in a brand new starter. They did a little test on the starter to see if there's something, and he goes, "Yep, that starter is done." So new starter on the rig. I honestly blame Sutco for that. Sutco had a very, very strict policy of no idle time at all. So we had to shut that engine down everywhere. If you idle more than 5 minutes, you're already on the email list of not being efficient of a driver. 5 minutes is way too long. 2 minutes is too long. So we had to shut down that truck everywhere. So I think that causes the starters to go a lot faster when a truck starts up 50 times a day instead of 4 or 5 times a day. Like, I'll shut it down when I fuel up, right? I'll shut it down when I'm unloading, but I'll idle it when I'm loading. But with Sutco, I would shut the truck down while loading, wait for the air pressure to go down, start it up, let the air pressure go up, shut it off. Let the air pressure go up, shut it off. And I think that's not good for starters. I wonder how expensive a starter is compared to the amount of fuel they save. Looks like we've got 9 people in here. How are you guys doing? Don't be shy. If you guys are new here, remember, you guys control the hat I'm wearing. Cheapest way for you guys to change my hat is become a member. I think that's like $1, the cheapest option there. If you become a member, you spin the wheel for the hat, and I'm going to wear whatever the wheel lands on. For a $5 super chat, you spin the wheel as well. And for a $10 super chat, you just pick the most miserable hat on the list. Because I know that's what $10 super chats always end up being. The miserable one. It's actually a really nice tractor. I should consider buying this. It's 160 horsepower though, so it's a little bit low on horsepower for our farm. I think we're looking for 300 horsepower or bigger for our next tractor. My phone just restart? Why did my phone just restart? Weird. Maybe it didn't update? Could have done an update? Don't see any notifications. I should plug it in though. Charge it up. I should do that. Oop. So blue collar, with you being off for the week, what are your plans? Oh, hey, Christian, how's it going? None of you guys are putting capitals in your username. You're all fired. I don't even see an N in there. Why did I call you Christian? Krista? Krista. The problem is with you guys not using capitals in your YouTube user handle. I don't know where words start and end. Parsifal, welcome. Parsifal, I bet you have a milestone. I bet you could spin the wheel. Remember, if you're a member, you can spin the wheel once a month. You click that little money logo on the bottom or beside by the chat box, and if you have a milestone for a free comment there, you can spin the wheel. Hello, the Alice kid. You're Alice Chalmers fan, I'm guessing. Once again, capital letters, guys. Capital letters in your username. I mean, you have capital T. Why don't you capitalize the A and the K as well? And then it would be so much easier for me to read your name. If you made it easy to differentiate where the words are separated in your name. New was 6. That doesn't mean you can't change it. It's super easy to go into YouTube settings and change your handle. You are only allowed to do it, I think, once every, maybe twice every couple of months. But do you like Hot Wheels? Yeah, I like Hot Wheels. Always been a fan of Hot Wheels. Had a few Hot Wheels when I was a kid. Not a lot, but a few. Our first load of rock. I guess stone, not rock. Where did we end up being full? Are we almost to the other end of the field? I guess so. Oh, we were coming back? Oh yeah, we were coming back already. Okay. I should have just taken that row. Oh well, that's okay. You own a 1947 Alice Chalmers B and a 1953 Alice Chalmers WD-45. I wish those were in the game. That'd be awesome if they were in the game, especially FS22. With my Through the Years challenge, that'd be awesome to have those tractors. I don't have any actual Alice Chalmers tractors in my Through the Years challenge play. Be awesome to get some Alice Chalmers. I've got the Lizard D22, but it doesn't quite look like an Alice Chalmers D22 because it's a Lizard. I want as many different tractors as I can in this game. Like, we need to get the old vintage retro tractors out. Let's get the antiques out. Got 13 of you guys watching. Welcome.
He's the first one up before the break of dawn. Coffee's cold by the time he's gone. Fixes fences, fights the storms, never says a word when his heart feels shoulder they lean on when times get rough.
This is multiplayer cross-platform, so anyone can come join. The WD-45 has a 4 BT Cummins. So you got some pretty cool, unique old tractors there. YouTube says that nobody is watching my horizontal, just vertical, guys. Just you guys on the vertical. You guys watching on phone, that's it. Nobody watching on the computer or TV. I'm doing 2 streams, one in vertical, one in horizontal. So if you are in vertical and want to watch full screen, you want to see everything that's going on the screen, just click my avatar button and you can get to full screen by going to the video live lists. That's not what I wanted. Matroni says, nope, I'm here. Well, apparently you don't count. It says 0 viewers. I always wonder if the 0 viewers, if that means active viewers or actual viewers, right? No, my analytics clearly shows nobody's watching. Matroni, you don't count. What is your favorite tractor? That's always hard. Oh, now we have one person. You now count, Matroni. You now count. My favorite tractor. It always depends on what era you're talking about. Obviously, yours would be Alice Chalmers, and since you're talking about the 40s and 50s, I would pick the John Deere Model A, not the first generation, but the second generation. Matroni says he likes the Valtra. I don't think I've ever seen a Valtra in real world. If we're talking about the 40s and 50s, I would pick the John Deere Model A. If we're talking about modern classics, I would pick a versatile tractor. I also like the Case Traction King. That was an awesome tractor. Of course, Big Roy. I grew up near Big Roy, so the reason why I'm a versatile fan, because that's the tractor I saw. All the big articulating tractors I saw on the road, they were all versatile tractors. Parsifal, you're on your laptop? Well, then why are you watching in vertical? You're only seeing a tiny little bit of the screen. If you're on laptop, you could be watching on the whole screen. Just click on the avatar, go to live, and click on the full screen one. We have a 1968 Case 730 Comfort King. Comfort King came out 63, 64? Hang on. I have that written down, because that's going to be coming out. Comfort King, 62. A 930, the Comfort King, 62. Levi, welcome back. Matroni says, I'm not alone. Well, so far you're still alone. It says there's 2 people watching, but I only see you commenting. Oh, there we go. Long hauler is in. Listen to the poor challenger scream. And there's Sure Noob. How's it going? Sure Noob's got a pink hand waving across the screen. So Levi, I'm just collecting rocks, just doing contracts. We're going to try paying off our debt. We're almost done paying off the debt, I think. Let's go take a look. I think that's where we were. Oh, literally $5,000. And then we're going to save money to buy property. I'm going to buy some more land before we buy another tractor. And when we buy another tractor, it's going to be a versatile tractor. We're going to turn on Plains and Prairies. So anyone wanting to join, Right now you don't need plains and prairies, but you will in the future to join us, because the next tractor we're going to buy is a versatile tractor. And once this contract's done, we'll have enough to pay it off. What do you drive? Real life, I drive a Kenworth W900L. I'm a long haul trucker. Levi says, that's a great strap. I don't know what that means. Oh, there's 4 of you guys on horizontal now and 12 on vertical. Welcome. Has Farming Simulator integrated crypto into its purchasing system? No, I don't think so. Although I never buy anything directly from Giants, so I don't know if Giants... I wonder if you could buy... I'm not sure if you could buy off Giants' main page, because I buy everything on Steam. I wonder if Steam does crypto. Could you pay Steam with crypto? I'm not sure. Long hauler would consider joining, but he's replacing the kitchen stove. Yeah, real life always takes precedence. If you guys want to see me driving my W900L, I do 3 vlogs a week on the main channel. Of just whatever I'm doing that week. Sometimes the videos are kind of boring, but even the boring ones, there's over 1,000 views on the boring videos, so... The MasterCard and Visa are introducing crypto into their cards. I did not know that. I've got 3 credit MasterCards. I only really use 2, but I keep the original one, the one I started my credit line with. Keep the old credit card. I use it every now and then just to keep it kind of active. To make the credit line just freaking fabulous. I don't have a lot of money, but I have a lot of credit, so I could borrow a lot of money. I think so too. The fiat system is dead. And I think that's going to make the economy kind of rocky. Who knows? We could devolve back into the trading system. Levi goes, do you prefer John Deere or chocolate using right now? Challenger? I would probably prefer the John Deere over the Challenger. What do you play on? I'm on PC, but this is cross-platform. Anyone, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, anybody can join this. BTC is the digital gold. Kind of is, isn't it? Decentralized trading. The thing with BTC is governments can't control the value of it. What controls the value of it is the world market. And nowadays, Bitcoin is controlled. BlackRock and Vanguard can manipulate them easily. Yeah, I guess so. I guess everything can be manipulated. And people will always find a way to manipulate. Because if someone can get rich off of it, someone's going to try. So yeah, Christian, if you have FS25, you can join no matter what console you're on. Keep saying Kristen. Krista? I don't know, the Challenger's got a nice hum to it. Not really a scream, just a nice hum to it. You bought 20K worth of crypto launched by a guy running the country next to Canada. I bought it when the prices were too high. It is 5th month. My money is stuck there. Yeah, that's always the risk you take with crypto. And a lot of the new cryptos are rug pulls. So many rug pulls. So crypto's definitely a risk. A friend of yours has an articulated Ford. As in the Ford Versatile? I don't know if Ford ever made a standalone Ford articulated tractor before they became New Holland, because New Holland has articulated tractors, but Ford, I would guess that's a Versatile. When Ford bought out Versatile, because those were all made in Manitoba. We have got a mix of music. It's different YouTubers. So this is all different YouTubers' music. We have, well, I can't remember whose music we all have in here. We got Nacho Cast. We have Everyday Astronaut. What do we have on right now? I think this is Everyday Astronaut right now. We've got Blue Collar Living in here. Different YouTubers, AI music. That way we don't get copyright. Favorite music? I grew up without any music, so it's hard for me to say a favorite music. Music was of the devil, and I grew up in a cult, so I didn't grow up with music. So my introduction to music was just kind of end of high school. So I kind of a mix of different music. I'm kind of a 90s fan. That's kind of when I got into music, late 90s. So late 90s, I listened to the country and the rock and the pop and some of the heavier metal and not really rap. But I kind of don't have a favorite genre. I kind of have a favorite era of music. Where was... I don't know where that... I've never heard that Tractor Percival. Am I okay? Why would I not be okay? Well, nothing like hearing the two-stroke Detroit pulling. I still think your Ford tractor you're talking about is a versatile tractor. When Ford bought Versatile. Like your friend's tractor, what year is that? What year is that tractor? Oh, we're full. We're full. Let's head back. Almost done this field, I think, right? Okay, maybe we're halfway done this field. Our contract says 49%. With me growing up? Oh, the cult and all that? Yeah, fine. I made it out. I'm sure most people don't want to go there. Every time we go there, all my viewers leave. So, I'm going to Google something here quickly. Hang on. All right, we also have Navi's music too. Okay, here we go. Does the Ford look like that? Does it look similar to that? I don't want your cookies. I don't want... I'm not... You give me cookies right now. I want cookies right now. Oh, stop with the ads. If your Ford tractor looks like that, then all it is a Versatile painted blue. It's just that tractor painted blue. Yeah. So yeah, that's built in Manitoba, Winnipeg, Manitoba, by Versatile. It is this tractor painted blue. You'll see here, all of a sudden, one of the years, it's going to switch from red. There's Big Roy, 1977. Okay, we're about to switch to blue. Do they not have the blue on here? There it is. 1989. 1989, it switches to blue. And then in 2000, it switches back to red. That once again, that's just the blue tractor, now painted red. So yeah, just a versatile tractor. These are the modern tractors now. But for a while, they painted them blue. back to work. Oh, no extra. No. No. Wrong buttons. All right. So. Yeah, a lot of farmers in Manitoba bought the blue tractor. Okay, hang on. Okay, the Cockshot was a large articulator machinery agricultural machinery factory, 1957 to 1962, based in Bradford, Ontario. Why is that? Why is that not in Farming Sim? I want that tractor in Farming Sim. What is your idea right now? What, Levi? 1 second. Navi goes, hey ya. We just had a Navi music on. Navi's another creator's music we have on here. I don't know what Levi's talking about. What is your idea right now? I don't know what my idea is right now. Levi, what is your idea? 1948 Farmall Super H and a 1949 Farmall Cub. I wish there were some good mods for that era tractor. Although in my Through the Years challenge, I'm getting into the 60s now. I'm just at the end of the 50s. So I'll be getting into the 60s here shortly. We're going to be, next Saturday we'll be harvesting in 1959. And it'll only be another couple of streams before we're in 1960. Let's get this end. Rocks on the end row here. My idea is being on my John Deere tractor. Well, then go do that then. Well, that's why a lot of those old Farmalls and old John Deeres are still around. Because you can literally go to a hardware store and find the parts to repair it. You don't need specialized parts. Just like the Big Bud. The reason why those Big Buds are still around are because they're so easy to repair. Farmers can work on them in the winter and repair them. Rebuild them. I'm hoping Big Bud comes out with more tractors. I know they came out with a brand new Big Bud tractor. They used off-the-shelf parts for a brand new, I think they used a Challenger cab. They bought a Challenger cab and just painted it white. Well, Levi, if you're inside and you want to be on the John Deere, I think step one is putting on your shoes and going outside. That'd be step one. The reason I asked what your idea was, because you usually have something on your mind. Sure, I do. My idea is to pay off the loan here and then buy more property so we can afford to buy more tractors. Where the tractors sleep. I don't know who sings that. Is that Blue Collars music? It could be Donkey. It could be Farmer Donkey. Farmer Donkey's another one that there's a description down below with all the YouTubers' music I'm using. Yeah, the old Farmalls, the old John Deeres are the most popular. When did Case become a company? Case had steam engines, right? Case had steam tractors. Why do we not have old Cases in the game? Let's get some steam tractors. Those are not easy to repair. Those are, I mean, the parts are easy enough, but they're very maintenance saturated. That's why you don't have a lot of steamers out there anymore. I see them on YouTube at tractor shows. Incredibly powerful tractors. Ugh. So I guess, Levi, my thought is hopefully somebody joins me. We need more people to join here. It's funny. Everybody comes into chat. Can I join? Can I join? Can I join? I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do a stream here where everybody can join. And then where are you guys? You guys only want to join when you guys can't. I had, what, 3 people promised yesterday that they'd come and join today morning? Where you at? Where you at? And we're almost full again. I don't know, should we buy a rock picker? I don't know if it's worth buying a rock. I've only ever borrowed rock pickers. I know if you look on Google Maps at Gnadenthal, Southern Potatoes does own a rock picker. You can see it right on their property. They have a rock picker sitting there. As we buy more property, I have rocks turned off. As we buy more properties, John has joined. Welcome, John. I guess I enticed someone in. Jess has cookies. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. No, I said I didn't want cookies from the website. I'll have cookie. Cookie. Come on.
Now, where are my cookies? Do you take my cookies? No? Oh, they're right here. Oh, me love my cookies. Nom, 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 nom. This
hello,
message
Holly.
approved by Cookie Monster.
Holly said they were going to join today.
Nom, 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 nom.
We're full again. Oh, John joined. We need contracts. Let's see if there's anything we can do here. Let's see. What can we get John to do? This is parsnips. That you don't need a... That's live unload? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's fast forward time a bit. Let's go to 10 o'clock, see what else drops in. Holly says they'll join in a bit. Still not much. I'll accept that. It'll take a couple of minutes to do. These are all just so little money. I'll fast forward another hour. But that's something that John can start if he wants. At least there's a small little bale wrapping. We have our own bale wrappers sitting there. Oh, there's rain now. Great. I don't know. I guess I'll accept a mowing one for now. Let me dump this. Okay. Yeah. I'm in for a challenge. I suspect we're never going to get connected anyway. I have... They're good cookies. Yeah. Let's see if John picks up one of those contracts or not, since he hasn't communicated at all. If not, maybe Jess will do one of those just to get rid of them. What you could do is join for now, and if a bunch of people actually join in, then just bail out. Let's look at the map. Oh, good. We're not seeing any joyriding, so that's good news. I found the pickup parked in the village again. I don't know who did that last time. But pickup was abandoned somewhere. It's like, huh, if I knew who it was, they'd be banned forever. This had better be chocolate chip and not raisin. You know what, long hauler? Anyone that puts raisin in cookies and raisins in cinnamon buns is evil. Why would you take a perfectly good cookie and a perfectly good cinnamon bun and put raisins in them? People are disgusting. And the thing that is the unforgivable sin is if you're in a group setting and you bring chocolate chip cookies and don't tell people that they're actually raisins, that is an unforgivable sin. If you're joining a public setting and you don't tell people your cookies are raisins instead of chocolate chip, unforgivable. Because now you've taken a bite, and now socially you have to finish the cookie, which I am not finishing that cookie. Holly, this is open to join. You have to figure out yourself. That's every job has a job application. So do we. In the description, it tells you exactly where and what to do, how to join, server name, password to the farm. Everything's in the description. So that's your job interview. There's not even the password to the server. There's a password to the farm, though. Long Hauler says, thank you for that. You've been saying that for years, but apparently I'm the bad guy. Someone clip what I just did and make a short of that. You want to make a note of that and clip it? 50 some minutes in. Parsifal, because I was raised on raisins in cinnamon buns. Ooh, you grew up very wrong. Parsifal is a raisin in cinnamon bun fan. Parsifal, I don't know if we can be friends after this. I'm not sure. This might be a deal breaker. Parsifal, this might be a deal breaker. I don't know. Well, they would put, if you asked them, they would probably make them. They had raisins? Oh, yeah. Raised on raisins. What a poor, unfortunate soul. I agree, Long Hauler. Raised on raisins. Whew. And thanks, Holly. Glad you enjoy the content. What? No. No, Jess was not supporting you. I don't know, Jess, why you're even helping people find cinnamon buns with raisins. You're now an accomplice to the evil. I don't know what I married. Jess, don't break my heart. Oh. I think Jess is on my team, though. She just puts up with people with raisins, though. Jess is actually allergic to raisins, and not the raisins themselves. All dried fruit. Most dried fruits have sulfites in them, and Jess is allergic to sulfite. So I'm kind of lucky there. We never have raisins in our house. I think otherwise we would have never gotten married. Somebody did the contract. That's not you, right? John must be doing contracts. Let's fast forward up time then and see if there's some better contracts at 12 o'clock. At noon. Here we go. Let's see. Allergic to dried fruit. Not the dried fruit itself. The sulfites in the dried fruit. That one will be a failed contract. It always is. No point of doing that one. Man, there's just not good contracts. Let's try another hour. Okay, we got more now. But that's no good either. That's a garbage contract. So all the ones that are worth over $1,000 are garbage. I'll accept this one, another bale wrapping one for now. We'll see. We'll see once another one of those contracts finished. The field's getting muddy. Field's getting really muddy. Oh, John did say hi in the chat down there. I didn't see that. I wish that the in-game chat would stay up more than 5 seconds. I wish there was an option to just leave it on. I'm getting tire spin here. Look at the mud building up in the treads. John is working. So that reminds me, I need to get some apples tomorrow. Make an apple butter. I don't know if I would like that. Jess would love it. I don't know if I would. And we're full. Here's some nacho cast. Oh, so the apple skins will help your butter gel. See, I used to eat apples and oranges straight off the tree. And now I can't. I think it's because they don't taste as good if they were straight off the tree, right? Yeah, straight off the tree. That's why anything in the store doesn't taste good to me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. When we're kayaking down the lake, and all of a sudden there's this apple tree with bright red apples. I went to the shore and tossed some to Jess, and fresh, real apples, barely off the tree. Any fruit, any vegetable, fresh out of the garden or fresh off the tree is just so much better. get green oranges in the store. Like, what's the point? Are the ruts deeper when it's muddy? Maybe. I don't know if I can tell a difference. That's another baling or mowing contract done. Collect. John is working away. Okay, let's see if there's any. Oh, here we go. Got some real contracts now. That's a good one right there. And a plowing one. I'll do the cultivating one. Just accept that. By the way, our cultivators, John, if you're going to cultivate, don't pick a tractor under 200 horsepower. Let's actually take a quick look. Hang on, maybe even John's leaving tractors on. Yeah, most people when they join, they play with automatic tractor on and off. The people always leave my tractors idling. It's like, turn the tractors off. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to. Not that screen. Okay, hang on. How many horsepower is that? 230. That yeah, you really want almost 5. You almost want 300 horsepower for our cultivators. Find the biggest John Deere or the new Holland if you're gonna go cultivating, because the international 2+2 does not have enough horsepower. Hey Michael, how's it going? Keegan, how's it going? Yep, there's a few mods here. I think total of 5 mods, including the map. 5 mods, so very few. I tried to type receipt. I hate the word receipt. Oh, you tried to type the recipe. It's too long. Oh, I read that as receipt. There's a password to the farm itself, but not to the server. Everything you need to know is in the description down below. I'm sure you can figure it out. That's kind of the job application. If you can read the description, then you can join the farm. Yeah. I don't understand either. Get in and out of the tractor. Drop the implement. Bugged up, huh? Hang on, just jump out of the tractor. I'm gonna come over and see if it makes a difference. Just picked up the bale and it's not wrapping it. It wrapped the first bale. It's not wrapping the second bale. 8 out of 12, but it has bale wrap. Not allowed while bale is wrapping. Create job? What is that? Start job? What? Yeah, long hauler, we do have Discord. I'll just fail the contract. I think that's the only thing I can do. Let's see what happens if I fail. Cancel. Yes. Okay, the bail's gone. Can I fold? Not allowed to fold it while there's a bail in it. Okay, there's your tractor back. I'm going to reset the implement. Back to the store. Why can't I reset? No, I want the implement itself. There we go. Reset. Yes. Okay, if you can go back to the shop and see if it's fixed, I would appreciate it. All right. Let's see if we can pick up another contract. Oh, there's a, okay, yeah. We have a tether, right? A small one. So this one, ours would be too small for this contract. So borrow items. I'll borrow items. Okay. Gotta say, I rarely work in the mud. As a rule, I try to just time it out so I don't have to work in the mud. But this is kind of neat. Definitely wouldn't want to do harvesting or seeding in mud, but that's fixed it. Okay. Resetting it fixed it. Good, good. At least we're not stuck with it or something. Like next thing is just sell it and buy a new one. Oh, yep. Thanks, John. You've made enough money. There we go. $0 of debt. All right. How much are we saving up for the next field we want to buy? I think we'll buy 60, 59, 58, make that into one field. Value 36 grand, a little over 36 grand. So, okay, that won't take too long. We basically need 40 grand. Under 40 grand. Michael says hi again. I saw Michael say hi earlier, and then I said hi, but then I didn't see any other comments. Did I miss Michael's other comments? Michael, did you, I haven't looked, did you respond to any of my comments? I left you a whole bunch of comments on your videos. If you want to be a creator, Michael, make sure you respond to people that as a rule, I read every single comment people leave me. And Levi has to say hi again. Levi, why you've been here. Michael said, "What do you think of my videos?" I think you got a lot of copyright claims on all the radio music you're using. Your newer videos, especially the one where you do the talking, is way more interesting. Way more interesting. The video where you're talking and talking and driving, and then driving on the narrow little roads, those are super interesting. So I think you need to shoot more videos off the interstates, but the interstate ones are fine too. But I think the ones I find the most interesting are the 2-lane highway ones and you just talking. You should do a road trip out of the city and record a couple of videos. So if you have a lot of copyrights, you'll never be monetized. Even if you hit 500 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time, they won't allow you to monetize if you have a lot of copyrights. So stop doing that. Stop having the radio on. Instead, just talk about what you're doing. Just literally just dictate what you're doing. It's like, hey, now I'm going to be driving down this road. Got to be careful about your speed because the cops like to hide over here. Just dictate what you're doing. Basically, think out loud. Levi just got done with lunch. Well, you're lucky I'm not hungry yet, but you just gave me a cookie, so we're good. What? Okay. Yes, I know you have a talking and driving video. I'm telling you, that's my favorite one, especially when you got into the 2-lane section. That was by far the most interesting video you've put up, in my opinion. Now, if you realize the audience likes the other direction, then go the other direction. But that would be my advice. And yeah, the music, you got to stop doing the music just for copyright. Windshield needs therapy. Yeah, I do 3 vlogs a week recording through my windshield. And I think I'm a pretty patient person, but every now and then there'll be a video of me losing my patience. And the air horn every now and then makes its way in. Like they say, bad drivers never miss an exit. Doesn't matter how many people they have to cut off, they will make that exit. Doesn't matter how many lanes they have to cross, they will make that exit. Got a good local gig now. So the only reason I have not considered doing a local gig is over the road is better YouTube videos. Honestly, the only reason I'm still doing the job I'm doing is because any other job wouldn't grow my YouTube channel. I can't do a route, the same route, day after day after day. The same product, the same route, day after day after day. Maybe like a dump truck driver. Maybe I could make content of that. Because dump trucks you would be delivering in many different places. Yeah, gravel dump truck. Bring to many different construction sites, many different building sites. Maybe I could make content out of that. I've thought about that. But if it's a job that's the same route, day in, day out, I don't think I can make good YouTube content off of that. So that's got a big reason with the job I have. At least my job, every now and then I get a super, super cool run, right? Like even the routes I run, I repeat the same highways so much it's hard to shoot videos someday. It's like, the road I'm driving, I've just barely finished shooting videos for that last week. It's like, what do I do? It's like, how do I make content, a new story that's not boring? Go ahead, borrow money. Oh, I'll borrow money quickly then. There you go. Back in debt. Oh, you need more than that? Is that enough? Oh, it's only $1,000. What are you talking about? Well, as soon as this contract's finished, we'll pay that off and start saving money. So Levi, what do you have for lunch? The rain's getting lighter again. Farmer Donkey's music. If you guys watch Farmer Donkey, this is the music he plays. All the music, all the AI music I have, I've got a link to all their channels down below. Oh. That's not what I was talking about, but okay. Oh. If anyone wants to make their own AI music, you have to make sure you buy AI music or subscription that allows you to make commercial music. Basically, so you own the rights to it. Help if I hit the right button. Okay, so we've got 14 people in here. Hello, 14 people. Okay, almost done. This is gonna be the last load here. Where's the rocks? The route with the most rocks. Yeah, collect those. There we go. Trying to just pick up every last rock there is. What? Contract finished. Okay. That was a little unexpected. I didn't realize you could finish the contract before the rocks were delivered. I guess you don't deliver the rocks, huh? I can still unload them. Yeah, I can make the money off the rocks I have. Yep. So I'm not going to accept the contract till I sell these. It's only going to be like $500, but hey, it's $500. Oh, another contract's finished? Oh, mine's finished. Okay, so I can't do anything about that then. Flash flood watch into from now till 10 a.m. tomorrow for you guys. So lots of rain, I guess. Lots of rain, at least upstream. Lots of rain upstream. Yeah, it's getting kind of dark in game here, so we'll see if I pick up another contract or just help one of the other contracts. Oh, that's a heavy load. 99% full too, good. This is Farmer Donkey Music, Random Reasons to Live, which is a website. Tumblr blog, there you go. Reasons to Live. Random Reasons to Live, a Tumblr blog. Pretty cool. 5 inches of rain coming. Yep, that's a little bit of rain. 5 inches of rain. If you get all of that, that'll be significant. Especially if it's 5 inches everywhere. If you're in a low-laying area, that's going to be a lot more than 5 inches. That's your job to fact check, Michael. Maybe it was 0.5 inches of rain. I mean, you could, but Michael's has been lying less to us because he knows Just fact checks him. Who else was a chronic liar in here? Just won't answer the question. I know who. I remember. They haven't been around for a while, so yeah. Maybe because you caught them. You're going to check yourself? So wait, you didn't check before you just said it? Basically, you were just relying on the news or your weather radio. I got the cold weather wrong for sure. Ooh, it's like hitting a wall there for some reason. All right. 1 to 4, up to 4 inches. 1 to 3, up to 4 inches, so not 5 inches. Okay. Let's collect that. Let's see. Man, these plowing ones are pretty good. I'll accept that. What do we got here for horse? 280. I'll do that. Oh, my tractor is parked backwards, but okay. The order of the field or the equipment? Oh, the license plates. Yes. The license plate on every tractor shows horsepower. So Gnadenthal, 281 horsepower on that tractor. Because that's what the license plate says. Certain equipment will show you the width of the equipment. Yep. Or the horsepower required to pull that equipment. Yep. What is this? This is a 6R. So yeah, it's a smaller tractor, but it should be fine with the plow. Got 3 plows. Where's the plowing contract? Down there. Okay. We're going to be driving right by John. Yeah. Had to double check. John's an awesome worker on the farm. Doesn't even come say hi in front of us. You're allowed to come say hi at least once. I mean, the people that jump around dance in front of me get banned. So he is cultivating this field right here. Dallas has the highest rainfall in inches. Well, it doesn't matter inches or centimeters. It's still the highest. He's running the New Holland. Yep, that's the right tractor for that job. Oops, saving. I'm actually going to just drive along the edge here. Drive along the edge here. Shelby, welcome. You better be sorry you didn't come back. You better be sorry. Michael says, tonight, 100% tonight. 100% of something tonight. 100% chance of rain tonight, I'm guessing. It's not 100% chance of 5 inches of rain, just 100% chance of rain. What? No. Not hire worker. I went steering, right? Steering assist. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that hired a worker. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, the field isn't really muddy here. You can still see the dust coming off of it. So it's just a light layer of rain here in game. And remember this multiplayer cross-platform. Holly was joining us. How's that going, Holly? I made a bet with Jess, but she wouldn't take the bet. And Jess goes, I can't lose that bet. I made a bet if Holly would actually join or not. Well, that was my attempted at the bet, and she wouldn't take it. Because she's on the same side of the bet. We could do over under. It's literally 100% or 99% chance of not joining. Or the chances of Holly joining is 0% or 1%. Which one would you take? We both want 0%? Yeah. Michael says, just check me out. Michael, are you going after my chick? Michael? You don't tell another man you're going after his chick. That's not something you do. I'm going to come to your place and beat the crap out of you. I know exactly where... Oh, you moved. I don't know exactly where you live. I used to know exactly where you live. You haven't given us your new location yet. Keep that a secret. It's actually not... The R6 is actually a really decent tractor. This tractor definitely needs a wash after this. Michael says, BRB. Those windshield wipers aren't doing anything to clean the windshield. Why is the mud not cleaned where the wiper goes? Come on, Giants. That mud's not on the inside. It's on the outside. We're making some good money here. We'll be buying property in no time. We're in November, so we won't be seeding until spring. Next weekend? Oh, on Thursday itself. Okay. Oh, Thursday's Thanksgiving. Right. Are you going back to FS22? Or did you swap to 20? I go back and forth. Shelby, every Saturday morning is FS22. Every Sunday morning is FS25. And if Jess is at home, she does FS25. And she plays other games too. And then James plays other games as well. So we switch back and forth. So through the years, I've been playing that for got to be 2 years now. I love that series. Honestly, that's what I would be playing right now, FS22 through the years. If it wasn't for everybody that wanted to join. Everybody's like, can I join? Can I join? So I have at least one cross-platform a week. And then nobody joined. No, that's not true. John joined. And yesterday Duke joined. We had as many people join yesterday as today on FS22 PC only. Long hauler says it's a pain to type that out. You're on the phone. Yep. Michael says, see you later. I'm in Dallas right now. Jesse says, well, I have a bank account now. That's good. You need a place to put your money. Get your payday direct deposited into your bank account. Holly, I thought you were joining. You said you wanted to join. You were joining. I'm not going to beg you to join. You're going to join or you're not going to join. I do this for those of you that absolutely want to join. It's the only reason I do this stream. So you have your own bank account. Do your parents still have access to the bank account? Are you allowed to have your own bank account? Or are you required to have parents on your bank account? It kind of sucks that you have, some place you have to be a certain age before you can have a bank account of your own. It's like, what is your parents' business? If you have your own job, your parents shouldn't have access to your money if you have your own job. What crops do we do? Quite a bit of different crops over here. We got spelt, we got lavender, we got poppies. What else do we have? Flax, rye. I'm sure there's some more. Your dad is a co-signer. Oh yeah, so you have to still have a parent on there. Buckwheat and what? Alfalfa, yeah. Clover. Lentils. Millet. Mustard. Yeah, wheat is yes, wheat. Barley. Tractical, yep. Corn, sunflower. Those are all base game. Long hauler is downloading the map. Contract finished. Collect. Okay, is there any more that I should accept? That one would be a fail. That one's good money. I think I'm going to accept that one. Probably the last one for November. Yeah, this map, well, it's my map. So Iron Thunder has added a lot of crops. He's going to add more crops on here. Here, let's just show you guys the crop list. You guys can't see that on vertical, but we got alfalfa, barley, buckwheat, canola, carrots, clover, corn, cotton, flax, grapes, grass, green beans, lavender, lentils, long grain rice, millet, mustard, oat, oilseed radish, olives, parsnips, peas, poplar, poppy, potatoes, red beet, rice, rye, sorghum, soybean, spelt, spinach, sugar beet, sugar cane, sunflowers, triticale, and wheat. So there's a lot of custom crops on this map. Out of the game, like in real life, what's your favorite truck brand? I'm once again not loyal to brands, but I really like my Kenworth. I'm sure the question was for pickup trucks and not trucks, but we'll see. Kenworth. I'm going with Kenworth. When people say that truck question, depends if they're four-wheelers or not. You mean four-wheeler or 18-wheeler? In my case, 30-wheeler. Long hauler next weekend, making beef stock. Got Bones and Morrow yesterday. Thinking of adding cherry mead. Holly likes Peterbilt. Not a fan of Peterbilt. They don't have as thick of a firewall between the engine and the truck, so the truck is a lot louder. The insulation around the whole cab is thinner than the Kenworth, so the truck gets a lot colder in Canadian winters. You actually have frost building up inside the sleeper, so because of that, I'm not as big of a Peterbilt fan because of the noise and how much colder the truck is. But Peterbilt and Kenworth are the same mother company, so they're both the same frames, the same engines, the same everything. They just have a different cab on top of it. Shelby's not asking about big rigs. When you ask your favorite truck brand, make sure you distinguish between big rig and pickup truck. What's your favorite pickup truck brand? Right now I'd say Toyota. I've owned Ford. My buddies have had Chevys, have had Dodges. I'm kind of a Toyota fan. They are built much better for off-roading. For our terrain that we have here in British Columbia, Toyotas do much better. So, Toyota fan. Reaper, hello, just coming in to say hi. Thanks, Reaper. But as far as brand loyal, yeah, I'm not brand loyal at all. Yep. Thanks, Reaper. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys are brand loyal, you're missing out. When you go out and buy something, do the research on all the brands and go, if I was going to buy this brand, this is what I would want to get. And then basically do the research on all the brands. Basically, what do you want out of this vehicle? What do you need out of this vehicle? And what would be fun wants out of this vehicle? First, make sure you get all the needs for all the brands that you can get in your area. And then once you have it figured out which ones cover all your needs, and then you go get rid of the ones that don't cover your needs, and then you decide which one has the wants that you have extra. So if all of a sudden all brands, you look at 4 brands and all of them cover the needs you have, then after that you go, which ones have the wants I have? The great part about the Toyota that I have is every drainage hole, every vent has a little hose from the bottom of the engine going all the way to the top. So you can submerge that thing almost all the way underwater and not do any damage to anything. For off-roading in the roads we have here, that is fabulous. Keith goes, what if they're all junk? You got to pick the best out of the junk because they really are all junk. They really are all junk. Honestly, today you could go, like, let's say a big rig. I could buy a brand new big rig for $250,000. What if I took $250,000 and invested that into a old Kenworth or old Peterbilt and spent $250,000 rebuilding that truck? Maybe the old one's worth is the way to go. Because the old one might just outlast the new one. New one's going to last you 5 years. Or 500,000 kilometers. You're a little brand boy. Yeah, you're missing out. I'm not saying you would buy a different brand, but I every single time I've gone to buy a vehicle, I've checked out every single dealership. When we bought this pickup, we checked out Ford, we checked out Chevy, we checked out Dodge, we checked out Toyota, and we ended up buying a Toyota. The car we bought before that, we checked out all the brands, and we ended up on one of two cars, which is literally the same car. We ended up with either the Chevy Vibe or the Toyota Matrix. And it was literally the same car with a different body on it, right? Because the Vibe is built by Toyota for Chevy. Or was back in the day. We ended up going with Toyota. Only because of the customer service. Sometimes you don't buy the best brand out there. Sometimes you buy the best customer service. When I bought my Ford, I was committed to buying a Chevy. 100%, I was going in and buying a Chevy. That is what I was buying. I walked into the dealership and the service was just crap. They didn't acknowledge I was there. I asked for help and then just blew me off. I'm like, I literally have the money. I've got the loan pre-approved. I'm here to buy your vehicle. And they just blew me right off. I didn't look like someone that was going to buy their vehicle. So I'm like, okay. That was the first vehicle I was buying, brand new. Just out of school. First vehicle I was going to buy, brand new. So I went to Dodge. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's see, what do I want to buy? Let's go get a Dodge pickup. Heck yeah, those are cool. Let's buy a Dodge pickup. And once again, customer service was garbage. Here's a kid out of school. He's not going to buy a brand new Dodge pickup. Go away, kid. Ford. I hate Ford. I'm not going to buy Ford. Ford is dumb. I'm not going to buy Ford. I'm like, well, Dodge and Chevy aren't taking me seriously. I guess I'll go check out the Ford dealership. And the customer service was just fabulous. I got treated well right away, going through all the specs on how I want to custom order my truck. I bought a Ford. It was my last intention. We didn't have Toyota in our town or even the neighboring town. So I bought a Ford. It was literally my last choice. But the customer service was just fabulous compared to the other two. So sometimes you buy service and not brand loyalty. Sarah said, hi. Sarah is probably a John Deere fan. That would be my guess. All right. So John Holler still talking about food. You guys are starting to make me hungry. Stop talking about food. Jess, I'm starting to get hungry thanks to these people. Tend to be the king of crock pot. Pot and leftovers, splash in some smoked Tabasco and serve over smashed spuds. Well, I know somebody that doesn't eat leftovers at all. It's like you put the leftovers in the fridge for 2 weeks and then throw them out. I'm like, why? Most of the time the leftovers are better than the original meal. Love leftovers. Same that goes for farmers, Shelby. Farmers are not John Deere brand loyal. They're not Case IH brand loyal. You know what they're loyal to? Customer service. If you see a bunch of John Deere farmers in your area, that means the John Deere dealership is closer. That's all. Yeah, long hauler, what a waste. I agree. It's like leftovers are awesome. If you see a lot of people with versatile tractors around, that means there's versatile dealerships nearby. Some towns only have one dealership. And when you're broken down on the field, if the John Deere dealership is 20 minutes away and the International Harvester Case IH dealership is an hour and a half away, and you need the John Deere repaired, you're happy you bought the John Deere because the dealership is so much closer. We'll finish this plowing field. I'm not going to pick up any more contracts. And then I think I'll grab the other cultivator and help John finish that cultivating field. And then we'll go sleep till the next day. People that are brand loyal can't afford to buy those brands. They're usually brand loyal are people are kids that haven't had to go buy a real vehicle yet. Brand loyal is people that haven't grown up yet. Yeah, status symbol. Some people, it's a status symbol to some people. If you live in Detroit, you better buy American vehicles, right? You get looked down upon if you're buying a Toyota. Keith, if you have a John Deere nowadays, you need the dealership right beside you. Right beside you. Save lots of money. Yeah, because the John Deere, you can't repair it yourself anymore. You can't even switch. If you take the John Deere, the GPS, that yellow little dome on top, you can't even switch that dome from one tractor to another. If you buy two John Deere R6s exactly the same day, exactly the same time, exactly spec the same, you can't take one part from one John Deere and move it to the other John Deere. The John Deere won't work. You have to have the computer to reprogram it. It's like, what? Whiskey Creek Farms, how's it going? Canadian Bacon Donuts. And the whole reason my laptop, what kind of computers do you guys buy? You guys loyal to a computer brand? I am now loyal to Framework because that thing has saved me so much money. Framework, right there. Let me show you. I'm going to sell Framework right now. My cooling fan was dying in my Framework. So, Framework laptop, the cooling fan right there, inside of the case there, aluminum case by the way. The cooling fan was making some wonky noises. You know how much it costs to replace a cooling fan in most laptops? I did this one myself. In fact, I bought two cooling fans. Here's the cooling fan, the heat sink and all of that. I'm going to take it apart. I know, it's almost like an unboxing. Everything comes in cardboard. I've never opened this one yet. I don't know if I actually want to take it out of here. There we go. I took it out. There's the cooling fan. There's the heat sink and the 6 screws. 6 screws. That's it. Let's put it back together. 6 screws. All you have to do is clean the thermal paste off on the laptop, off your motherboard. Clean the thermal paste off. Put the new one in, and it's up and running. I did it in 10 minutes. If I had to do this one, it would be 5 minutes. Six screws. Replace the fan. Why did I buy 2? Because in a year and a half to 2 years, this one's going to go bad on me. And I already have the part for next time it goes down. So in the big rig, how's it going? 1 day? 1 day 25? I don't know. You got to change your YouTube handle name. It turns out laptops are not built for big rigs. The vibrations and bumps and it falling off of my desk and all of that while rendering videos. I was buying a brand new $3,000 laptop every single year to do my 3 vlogs a week. Bought framework, $50 part, and I'm back on the road. Battery goes bad, 4 screws, new battery. Keyboard goes bad, that's got more than 4 screws. The keyboard's got quite a few screws, but it's all screws. There's nothing glued together. And literally 1 screwdriver. Although I bought the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver. They literally give you the screwdriver when you buy the laptop. In fact, when you buy the do-it-yourself version, they don't even send you a laptop. They just send you the parts to the laptop. And you put the laptop together yourself. Shelby goes, you want to make a Chevy joke? You're mostly loyal to side-by-sides, quads, and trucks. Side-by-sides. What would you pick for a side-by-side? Polaris? Can-Am? I think I'd buy a Can-Am if I were to buy another one. Probably buy a Can-Am. You know what? Depending on what my needs are. If like I was on a farm, I'd probably buy a Honda. Whiskey Creek, you're not on the farm right now? So hang on. So Keith says the minimum service call for getting a tractor repaired is $500. Just to come out. Just to come out and say hi is $500. You're already paying $500 just for someone to come out and say hi. Yeah. Whiskey Creek says Honda. See, on the farm, Honda would be the way to go, right? I've had Polaris before. I like Polaris. Polaris is a bit tricky on the clutch belts. You replace a few of those belts in your years of owning a Polaris. You pretty much just stay in low gear, or else you flat spot the belt so fast. Polaris is expensive. You are right. I paid 20 grand for my quad. Yeah, any toy like that is expensive. Yeah. I got my money worth out of it, though. I actually donated it to a fire department when I decided I couldn't afford the toy anymore. Can-Ams just lack the power? Yeah, I guess depends. Like, once again, depends what you need the job for, right? Yeah, yeah, I guess we could afford it fine. When I became a long haul trucker, just don't have the time for it anymore. I want to go skating today, and that's going to be tight on time to go skating. What time does skating start? Okay, she's going to look it up. Polaris belts are easy. Kind of on the back, you had to pull the back off. On my Polaris, you had to remove quite a few parts to replace the belt. Yeah, you had to pull apart a lot of the back end to get the back where it was placed on my quad. On a side-by-side, it'd be super easy, but on the quad, it was kind of in a weird place. But it wasn't terrible, but yeah. And then, of course, you got family enjoying your toys. My sister buried my quad in a mud hole. Just buried it in this sloppy mud that got into every little vent hole in that quad. So my clutch didn't work anymore because a clutch doesn't work very well when it's completely packed with mud. All the moving parts in a clutch kind of don't like mud. So that was fairly expensive to replace. So the most expensive parts about the quad were when family borrowed and had fun with it. Keith says, a friend of your 25-year-old Honda with 20 kilometers on it. 20 or 20,000? It's got to have 20,000 kilometers on it, and still uses it on the farm all the time. Just, yeah. And yep, I did the same thing. Do all my own oil changes. Hondas are definitely less of a toy and more of a work vehicle. The suspensions and stuff aren't quite as great as like a Polaris. Polaris can get a little bit of airtime without destroying it. But Hondas, freaking, they just will keep running forever. Yep, in hindsight, I would have probably bought a Honda for what I needed. But I was kind of sold by the fun toy of a Polaris. And I put tracks on the Polaris too. So in the winter, I would put tracks on it and go up in the mountains in snow. Go places where snowmobiles couldn't go. Zane just bought a new truck. Nope, leave that down. Yeah, 20,000 kilometers. That's what I figured you meant. Yeah, if you keep doing all your own oil changes and do them on a regular schedule, Hondas don't break down. What kind of truck did you buy, Zane? John's going to be almost done cultivating by the time I get this plowed down. Keith, you have a Polaris, not many issues? Yeah, I didn't like, the only issues I had when I did stupid stuff with it, if you treat it well, Polaris is great. Submerging it in a mud hole is not very healthy for it. Dude, next quad you get 2023 Polaris Sportsman 2 up. We had a 750, I think 750, 760, whatever it was. Yeah, Shelby, that's pretty much what we had. We had the 2 up though, so you got the passenger, comfortable passenger seat, and a longer wheelbase. Bought a Ford Ranger 2024. Nice. Ford Ranger and the Ford Explorer are built on the same frames. Basically the same vehicle. No, it wasn't a 2023. We bought it brand new in 20... No. When did we buy it? I don't know. Some years ago. Who's owner? Owner has joined the server. I wasn't asking you questions. You're good. Just says 2014. We bought a brand new 2014. Yeah, Polaris Sportsman. The biggest they didn't have 1,000 horsepower back then, or not 1,000. Is it horsepower XP? They didn't have the 1,000. We had the biggest. We got the biggest horsepower one they had at the time. I think the 1,000 came out in 2020-ish. Okay, skating starts. 2 o'clock. Okay. Yep. So we should get some lunch going. Okay. Get some lunch going, and then let's go this way. And then once lunch is ready, we'll end the stream, and then we'll get ready to go ice skating. Long hauler in chat. Farmer Joe disconnected. Oh. Okay, we're cultivating. Okay, that'll work out though. My cultivator will be different size. Or you guys are just joining as we're about to end. Well, I guess somebody else could grab the other cultivator and just help John finish cultivating that field too. You'll want the John Deere R7 for the cultivator, I think. If I don't get there first. Repair, yes. What's your favorite tractor brand? I've been asked that a couple. The whole conversation's been basically that. Zane, you've missed the last 2 hours of talking about favorite brands. I'll just simply say versatile. If they taste gross, then toss them out. What? I don't know what tastes gross. You didn't tell me what tastes gross. You just said these taste gross. Okay. I don't know what tastes gross, but something tastes gross. Let's get some fuel in here too. All right, fueled up. Melisha, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Farming Sim 25 is realistic. It's getting better. It's starting to look pretty good. All right. $7R. That's what we wanted, the $7R. Quickly help finish that contract, and then we'll go sleep and then see what more contracts we can get tomorrow. And we usually do these streams every Sunday. I can't promise we'll do one next Sunday. I can't even promise we'll do one next Saturday. Next weekend streams may be not normal. They may be completely normal. I just don't know yet. Next weekend might be a weird one, but after that it'll be back to normal. Well, I won't be able to help a lot over here for cultivating, but we'll get in a little bit. A little bit of an assist in here. Going to be the first pass is going to be off because we're using different size cultivators. So I'll stick to this side because our GPSs are not going to be lined up. Yes, Jess. How many what? Oh, quesadillas. Could I get 4 wedges? Yeah. Thanks. My cultivator is quite a bit narrower than the one John is using. You can still do the same field as long as you're not doing the same side because, the GPS won't line up. John's running the New Holland. I believe that's close to 300 horsepower. Long haul is redoing your settings. I'm running 305 horses. I think that New Holland's very close to 300 horsepower. These cultivators pretty much need 300 horses. His might be just under 300, but it'll be very close to 300 horsepower. That's why you put it on the license plate, guys. 305 horsepower right on the license plate. And you buy the tractor. Shelby, why can't you join? Do you just not have FS25? Well, I guess on consoles you have to actually pay for multiplayer, don't you? Unlike computer, that's another problem I have with consoles. Is you have to pay for your internet, you have to pay for your game, you have to pay for your console, and then you have to pay to go online. You have to pay extra to go online. If you have PC, you just pay for internet and pay for the game and your computer. It's a little broke here on console and probably don't have the newest consoles. So FS25, yeah. I highly recommend computers. If you guys really want to get into gaming, computer's the way to go. But to the initial cost of buying a computer is much higher than the initial cost of buying a console. And I get that. But the games are all so much cheaper in the long run. And a computer will last you a lot longer than a console will. If you spend $3,000 into a computer, it'll outlast the console by many. You'll probably use the computer for 3 generations of the console, so you'll actually save yourself a lot of money over the long run. And the computer you can upgrade. You can upgrade just the motherboard, or just the graphics card, or just the RAM, or just the CPU. And used more than just for gaming. So I'm always a big fan of PC gaming. Must be saving because we're getting pretty laggy there. All right, thanks Parsifal for joining in. This is the last time we're going to play Gnadenthal on the server, though. After this, I'm going to use my own computer as the server. Because not enough people join to be worth paying for the server. And we're not getting any super chats to pay for the server. How much is the server for a year? What is it now? Not on sale. Okay. Give or take. No clue. You can't guess $50 or $200. Nope. Okay. Jess doesn't know. I don't know. She buys the server. Keith goes, yeah, Game Pass. You need Game Pass for the console. Yeah. This is a nice John Deere, though. The 7R, nice tractor. Gotta get the 8R and 9R, right? Levi is playing Farm Sim 16. What? Farm Sim 16. That would be mobile or Nintendo? Because on PC it would have been Farm Sim 15 and 17. No. Oh, what? Who just did that? Long hauler just did a $10 super chat. Long haul super. That means you picked the hat I'm gonna wear. And what hat do you want me to wear? What's that? What hat are you picking? Pick a light blue one. Don't pick a black one or a dark blue one. Which hat do you want? Which hat do you want? Top hat, the Ivy League cowboy, Mickey Mouse ears, the trilby, the pirate, the red bucket, John Deere, the fedora, the tricorn, John Deere. That was a Juan Deere. I'm wearing the derby, the Blue Jays. I'm just not listing the dark blue ones. Which one do you want? Yes, $10 super chat. You pick the hat. You pick the hat. My hat looks good to me. I mean, I can just spin the wheel if you want me to, long haul. Pick a hat or pick this hat. Whatever it lands on. Are you good with the one that it lands on? It would be the pirate hat. Jess's pirate hat, actually. Or do you want to pick your own hat? $10 super chat picks. You pick the hat I wear. Really appreciate that. That was awesome. Thank you. You want the tricorn. We'll go with the tricorn. It's actually the Justice tricorn without the feathers anymore. There we go. Okay, let's park, clean this, wash it, pressure, or yeah, repair, pressure wash. Accept all the contracts. John's cleaning and washing his right now. Yes, you guys choose the hat I wear. For $5 we spin the wheel. For $10 you just get to pick. Do you drink? Levi, not a lot. I drink a rye and Coke every now and then. I think I've had one rye and Coke this weekend. Coffee? No, I don't touch coffee. That's garbage. And then when I take a rye and Coke, it's not even a full shot of rye. It's a quarter shot of rye I put a quarter shot of rye in a cup like this and put Coke in there. Coffee? No, I can't stand coffee. It's one of those socially acceptable addictive drugs. I mean, I like the flavor of coffee. All right, see you guys later, Shelby. Thanks for coming in. I always highly recommend, if you are a coffee drinker, don't drink it for breakfast. Your body, when you wake up, naturally gets this high, and you don't need a coffee in the morning. If you're going to drink coffee, you need to drink it after noon to get that last little bit of the day done. It's like, I need a little extra juice to get through the day. That's when you should drink coffee. I don't want a tractor. That's when you should be drinking coffee. Need to get a musket with this hat on. Can't even repair that? I used it so little it doesn't need repairing. Okay. Let's go park this. And then we'll go sleep till the morning and see what we get after that. This is the smaller cultivator. You know what? Maybe we'll just park them back to back on the other side. The small one on the back side, because you always want to grab the big one first. Me and coffee keep other people alive. Yeah, that's only because you're addicted to it. If you weren't addicted to it, then you'd be fine. If you could wean yourself off of the coffee, then coffee would no longer affect your mood. Basically, coffee drinkers, like, in 1920, people took cocaine pills as regularly as they drink coffee. Basically, coffee is just a socially acceptable drug of today. That's all. And you're all addicted. All right. All right, John. Thanks, John. I appreciate your help. Let's go. So this is Southern Potatoes here. In real life, this farm is Southern Potatoes. And we're going to drive down the street to where I went to school. Right here, this yard here was the schoolyard where the dairy is. Was a schoolyard, so I went to half of grade 7 and grade 8 to the school over here. And then the bus would pick us up for high school, get a ride to Winkler. And we had cows in this field over here. When we didn't have cows, we would mow this all. So I cut the grass in these ditches a lot. And I grew up in this house right over here on this property. Yeah, a 40-year-old habit. No, it's not a habit. A 40-year-old addiction. Yeah, it's hard to get rid of a 40-year-old addiction. There we go. Sleep. Let's see. What kind of contracts can we get? Thanks again, Long Hauler. Appreciate that. Not very often I get super chats. All right, before I jump in the pickup, let's see if there's any. I need to collect these. Collect. No new contracts. Okay. Let's fast forward time then. Let's give it another hour. We're in December though. Maybe there's no yard work in December. Let's go to 9 o'clock. All right, 9 o'clock. We got cultivating. All right, accept. And plowing one, accept. Got 2 there. The cows still have food. Oh, they're getting to full grown here. Hey, sleepyheads. Couple more months and we'll have maybe by next year we'll have some calves. Long haul, you're living in the shed. Let's bring some more bales over. I like to have extra bales sitting in there. Oh, come on. Throw another bale in there. In the summer, they just eat the grass in the pasture, but in the winter, they need the bales. So, come on. Let me pick it up. For some reason, it's so easy to drop these. I don't know why. Oh, come on. Long hauler is headed to field 5. Okay. I think there's room for one more bale. Sounds good. Just said food's almost ready. I think what I'll do is I'll keep streaming and eat the food while I'm streaming. And then once food is done, the stream is done. Because those, what are they called? Yeah. Quesadillas. Quesadillas are easy to eat. I know, I just forget. Quesadillas are easy to eat while live streaming. This thing's got 300 horsepower in this thing. Doesn't it look kind of like a Nissan? Has a Nissan look to it? It's a Lizard, but... Zane needs to go do a night run. Well, enjoy your night run. Let's go go back to Southern Potatoes. Both of my parents worked for Southern Potatoes at one point in time. I've done small jobs for Southern Potatoes, but never anything big. Let's park the pickup here. Okay. That has moved. That's kind of annoying, but that's okay. It's overtime. What's out here? So it looks like he grabbed the plow. I will grab. Where is the New Holland? I'm gonna grab the New Holland just to switch it up. Well, Keith, officially it's Lizard, but it kind of looks like a Nissan, right? This tractor always looks so short and stubby with the duals on the back. Did you grab the wrong tractor? No? I think you grabbed a fine tractor. I don't know what you grabbed. You probably grabbed a R6. One of the R6s. I think with that plow, you're probably good. It's the cultivators. The cultivators need high horsepower. The cultivators need 300 horse. Yeah, that's 302. The cultivators need 300 horsepower. Everything else, I think, the rest of the tractors doesn't really matter. All right, which field am I going to? 120. That is right here in town. Okay, we're in the village. Okay. I still have 3/4 fuel on this one. Yeah, we're going to. Whoop. Watch where you're going, bud. Stay on the road. Don't be distracted now. So I got the bigger cultivator. So the Lizard is based on the Nissan. Okay. Holly's gonna join. I have my doubts. I have my doubts, Holly. You've said that 3 times now, and thanks. Some people dip their quesadillas in like sour cream and stuff. And I just like them boring and plain. Hang on. Which way is this field longer? Come on. I should be going the other direction. That's what I thought. Holly, all the information, like I said before, is in the description. That is your, that's the job interview you have to pass. You have to read the description. And you said earlier, Holly, you said, oh, okay, to reading the description, the server name, the password, it's all just written in plain English in the description. There we go. I got chicken, refried beans, cheese, barbecue sauce. Yeah, these are really, really good. Where is the description? You're on YouTube and you don't know where the description is? It's right there. 3 little dots up there. Every YouTube video has a description. You need to learn that. Before you ask stupid questions, you gotta go look in the description. Always go look in the description before asking dumb questions. Because most YouTubers put all the pertinent and most important information in their description. So the 3 little dots up there, if you're on your phone, click that and click on description. You said okay earlier, as if you knew what the description was. Interesting. This field got plowed, and now we're cultivating it, so I'm making it into a seed bed. Sure, turn early enough not to hit the tree. Because kind of the rule is if you can't figure out where the description is and can't figure out how to join the game by reading the description, you're not going to be able to follow any directions in game either. And if you can't follow directions to get to the game, I don't want you in the game. That's kind of our job application process. It keeps all the idiots out of the game, or at least a lot of the idiots out of the game. There's not even the password on the server. There's only a password on the farm. Long Haul made it. He goes, I don't know, I made it here. Little self-deprecating humor there. You're definitely not an idiot. You knew how to start up a tractor and go find your own field. You hadn't go, what do I need to do? You just went, oh, there's 2 contracts here. I should go do one of those. That makes you in the top 5%. You're smarter than you think. People are idiots out here. It is kind of scary. It's like, I know how dumb I am. And if people are dumber than that, it is scary if people are dumber than me out there. It's like, oh no. And like Holly's probably not dumb, but if you've never done a thing before, you have to ask, right? So that Holly asking where the description is, now you know. For next time, now you know. You've learned that. If Holly on the next stream goes, where's the description? Well, then you didn't learn stuff, and then you're dumb. But till you didn't learn the stuff, you're not dumb. Okay, like that. That was a little lag there. I don't like this hat. It's itchy. A mistake only becomes a failure when you don't learn from it. True. Keith goes, this idiot dummy is not smart enough to even play the game. Never mind. Out the... Keith? Keith is sandbagging. Keith is a lot smarter than he's letting on. He made his own combine based on a real life combine called the Tribine. He's modded his own combine. Keith is sandbagging if he thinks he's dumb. Okay. Who plowed this at a 45-degree angle? That's kind of weird. I guess real farmers might do that to break up the same patterns. Do real farmers ever go at a 45-degree angle to break it up? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, Holly, Jess always has that problem too. Sometimes you have to wait. I recommend searching. Just type in 3J. Don't put anything else in the searches. And then make sure all the other options are set right for just to be as generic as possible. Holiday train is leaving Detroit. Holiday train's out there. I've never seen the holiday train. It'd be cool to catch it this year. Include full game. Make sure it's always as generic as possible. So Holly, the answer is always yes. Include everything possible, yes. The game's obviously not full, but you just make those settings as generic as possible. Less soil compaction if you plow or cultivate at an angle to change it up. That makes sense. How much does ice skating cost? Since I lost our tickets. $5 a skate. Let's see what my wallet has in it. How much cash do I have? I've got 2 20s here. So we're good. We're good. Good on money. Ah! Huh? What? Calgary is the end of the line? No. Vancouver is the end of the line. Oh, 2 train. The one that's going through the U.S. ends in Calgary. The one that's going in Canada is Vancouver. So there's 2 trains. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole Christmas train is a fundraiser for food banks. I guess, Holly, yes, we do have a DLC in here, but it's a free one. precision farming. We have the precision farming DLC. I mean, it should just be a mod. Because it's one of them free ones. Yes, soil compaction. Can you change it in game? Can you change the angle? Work direction. I totally can. I gotta do that. That's cool. Okay, I gotta do that. I gotta do that. Okay, that looks like it'll be fun to do. We're gonna do that next time. You're just going with what the paper was saying. Jess has a website. Why don't you share that? Oh, you're working on it. Okay. There's a CPKC website. Kansas City. No. Canadian Pacific, Kansas City, Southern. Not Southern. Northern? Southern. I can't remember which one it is, but Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. That's their new name anyway. They have a website where the trains are going. It's going to stop in Cache Creek. No. Ashcroft. Oh, it's going to stop in Ashcroft. What day is it going to be in Ashcroft? It's going to stop in Savannah? Nope. Let's look at a calendar here. On the 18th, that's 18th, that's a Thursday. I'll be working. Where will it be on the 20th? That's Lower Mainland. Where's it going to be on the 14th? Or the 13th? Sparwood? Yeah. It's going to be hard to go see it. Maybe I'll be delivering Savannah the night that the train comes by. That'd be cool. Congratulations, you've received an Steam award. What? Don't know what that means. Yeah, but the 15th is during the week. Yeah. So maybe you should stay home that week. Then just go for a drive. Yeah, but you should do it. It's at night, I know. But you should do it. Go to Ashcroft or Salmon Arm or Holly, of course it's crossplay. How else can I invite everybody? I said everybody's welcome. PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It's the whole point to this. Yeah, Keith says Kamloops, Savannah, Ashcroft. Yep. Casey South. Okay, there we go. Southern. So Canadian Pacific, Kansas City, Southern. So Cranbrook to Castlegar to, and then reverses back goes to Revelstoke and then over. Yeah. Detour, yeah. So some people have a chance of seeing it twice. Holly, I have no idea. I'm not going to babysit you anymore. Figure it out or don't. None of those settings matter. Just leave it generic. I guess they matter, but just leave it generic and then just search the server name. Make it so everything shows up. Forget all those settings. Make it just so that every single game shows up and then search 3Js. It's so easy. None of it matters. Bare Naked Ladies seems to be their live music this year. Yeah, so they'll be in our area. They'll be the Bare Naked Ladies. Not all that exciting, but they have some good songs. Well, I found it, Holly. So it must be there. Long Hauler found it. John found it. Farmer Joe found it. So it must be there, huh? I suspect it's a PEBCAC problem. I suspect it's either a PEBCAC problem or a ID 10T issue. Hannah says, hi! Jess goes, I can't handle it. You'll figure it out, Holly. I'm confident you'll figure it out. You won't figure it out today, but you will figure it out next time. If one way doesn't work, try a different way. Yeah. Farmer Donkey chasing rainbows. Just wanted to bet me $50, but I said no. I wasn't taking the bet. I don't mind when people can't figure out how to join. I don't mind that. But once I've told you how to join, people will either figure it out or they won't, right? The only people that fail to join us are the people that give up. If you don't give up, you join. Sometimes they gotta go search on YouTube, how do I join? Sometimes they gotta Google it. Sometimes people figure it out. Once you've done it once, it's super easy after that, right? It's the first time joining a multiplayer. That's the difficult part. Could you make a note to pull Gnadenthal off the server? What's the date today? Because it expired. Oh, like in a couple of days. Yeah, the server expires in a couple of days. Okay. Oh, see, I made a mistake doing this. Nobody can come help me cultivate this if I do this, because the cultivators are different sizes. That's okay. We'll have to figure out different. Yeah, so when cultivating, I should really go the other direction. I guess I could do that right now, just in case. At the end, somebody wants to join. Okay, I'll do that. Just in case. Because the other cultivator is a different size, right? plows, all three of our plows are exactly the same size. So the plowing, that doesn't matter, but for cultivating we have two different sizes. We need to buy a third cultivator too, but if we buy a third one, it'll probably be even bigger. Sure, I don't cultivate the neighbor's field. Don't want to get the neighbors angry. It always made me so angry when a farmer would cross our field when we didn't have the cows, cross our field to get to his field. It's like, you just left deep tracks in my field that I spent so much time smoothing out. It's like, what gives? Keep trying? What are you trying? Jess is trying to stay calm. Oh, saving right as I'm trying to make the turn. Yeep. Get in the trees there, bud. Don't get in the trees. You got it. You got it. It's snowing. I see snowflakes. Not in real life, in game. I mean, I was just looking outside too. It's like, wait, snowflakes in real life too, maybe? It is plus 7 degrees Celsius. It was plus 6 in the morning, so it's kind of staying cool. At least the wind has died down. That's a 4-letter S word. It is. I'm sorry, that should count for the swear jar, right? Every time I say snow, that should go to the swear jar. Jess says that's not fair. It's kind of a relaxing stream. Yeah, at least half an hour and 45 minutes. That's right. We should leave at 1. Okay, then. Okay. Okay. Where is that? Okay, I'm probably up in there. It's trying to snow up there. Keith, any news on your lumber mill starting up again? As soon as you're done plowing, you're going to jump down and help here? Maybe. Might be other contracts too. Let's take a look. Nope, not yet. Let's fast forward to 10 o'clock, see if there's a third contract I can pick up. But yes, I'm going to cultivate in the way that you can help if you want to. Nope. Nothing at 10 o'clock either. I was going to grab my hat the way I was doing, and then I realized I'm wearing the stupid tricorn hat. Thanks, Long Hauler. I appreciate the support. Let's do some in-cab. This is a nice in-cab. Like this New Holland has a very nice interior. Permanent closure. So it's permanent. Ugh. So they're selling everything off? Because Grand Forks closed as well, but they have reopened one shift. Instead of 3 shifts, they've reopened with 1 shift. But that was Interfor. Your mill was West Fraser? I think, if I remember right. They're 40 of them are taking early retirement. And the rest of the people are just unemployed until they find a new job. That sucks. That was always a good mill. I like that mill. The only weird part about this interior is that the center digital display floats there like that. It's weird. I'm sure it's probably very handy. It's funny. It's always when you have the PEBCAC or ID10T problems, the result is always, can we do it my way, right? That's never a surprise. I need a left-handed monkey wrench, a can of AIR, and a bucket of steam. I haven't set a town hall meetings, but possibly reopening it as the governments get their heads out of their backside. It'd be cool if the community could buy it, or if the previous workers could buy it and have it because I've seen that before where something went out of business and the workers there bought the company and started their own mill, right? But for that, you need a lot of money. You need a lot of money, and you need the local government and the banks to assist in that. And with today's economy, it's hard to get a bank to support you in today's economy. Miles and miles of flatlands. I always say here in Manitoba, when your dog runs away, you can see him running away for 3 days. This is very much how real life Manitoba, except the shelter belts have more trees, but Iron Thunder found when he put in more trees, the game got too glitchy, so he had to limit how many trees he put in the shelter belt. But it looks really cool, looks really decent. Pretty close to real life. I think you mean Dunkley. Missed the K. Dunkley. They are based out of Hickson, north of Hickson. Hickson, Quesnel area. I've loaded Dunkley a couple of times. Is Dunkley high quality? is Dunkley employee owned? I find that Canadian mills take a lot longer to shut down. A lot of Canadian mills will reduce their shifts, will ask their employees to take less hours before shutting down the mill itself. Or they'll just say, hey, we're just going to take a week off and come back in a week. But when it's the American companies in Canada, they just shut the mill down. BC has got the allowable cuts. The main reason for the closure of the tariffs were the final nail. Yeah, so the BC was already making it hard, and then tariffs kind of basically the mills was already struggling before tariffs, and then tariffs kind of stopped it. Yep. The housing market's going to really suffer next year. The cost of housing is going to go up because they're not going to build houses next year. Contractors are not going to be... It's going to be harder to get a job as a contractor next year. There's going to be a lot less new building projects going on next year. Next year, your rent is going to go up, and the cost of your house is going to go up because they're not going to be building as many new ones. And I know this because guess when all those houses have to be planned the year before. All the blueprints, all the planning, how much lumber they need, how much lumber has to be cut and produced. That all gets planned now. And all of a sudden, all these mills are shutting down or going limited hours. That means all the contractors are not placing the order for their lumber. So they're not going to be building houses next year. So people keep spouting, politicians, about how we're going to build all this infrastructure. You can spit all you want about how we're going to build all this infrastructure. But if nobody's actually buying the lumber, you know it's not happening. Nobody's actually buying them. I think Klesnikov was really smart. Instead of just selling their lumber, now they produce their own what's it called? Where you just click houses together. They're building their own modular housing. They're building their own glulam. They're making finished product instead of just lumber. So I think Klesnikov invested at the right time. And yeah, the politicians are blaming it on the tariffs when it was all the mills were struggling before the tariffs. The tariffs is a minor part of it, but the tariffs are easy to blame, and it looks politically good to blame a different country instead of yourself. It's easy to blame another country. It's hard to blame your own government, right? You gotta spin the news to be somebody else's fault. But yeah, housing is gonna be difficult next year. Don't plan on buying a house next year. If you have two houses, plan on selling one next year. Cost of the housing is going to go up. Might make a good profit. If you're a house flipper, hold on to your house for another year. It's going to sell for a lot more next year than this year. And maybe buy a second house now if you can. I think it's a good time to invest in housing before it goes even higher. Here's a nacho cast commercial break.
Here at Lizard, we take pride in making everything. Everything? That's right, everything. From sheds to fully automatic machine guns. We got you covered.
What about cell phones?
Yep.
Trampolines?
Absolutely.
Condoms?
Big and small.
Come on.
And here at Lizard, we don't just make everything. We start with an idea, and we bring that idea to industry.
You mean you invent everything too?
We invented inventing.
Really?
We were the first.
What about air filters?
Of course.
Artificial intelligence?
You can't spell lizard without AI.
Wow.
That's right, wow.
California wildfires?
We started all of them.
California wildfires? We started all of them. NachoCast ads, radio ads are so funny. I'm surprised nobody's canceled Nacho yet. Some people probably have tried. Hey, how's it going, John Deere? Hey, your John Deere avatar is a little crooked. I think it's a little crooked. Either that or it's on an impossible steep hill. Somebody messed up if you're going down a steep hill that steep. Somebody done messed up. It's 11 o'clock. Let's see. Any more contracts? Still not. Not a lot of contracts in December. Oh, we should be selling all our grains, though. We should be selling our stuff. I bet you our prices are all really good on everything we have. Buckwheat. Yep. Canola. It's already going down in price. Oat. Rye. Yeah. I'm shutting this tractor down. Let's jump to the farm. What do we have for transport? Trailers? Yeah, just a tractor and trailer. We don't have a big rig yet. We need to get ourselves a big rig. I think the two up here would be perfect for transport. All right, see ya, Keith. Thanks for jumping in. Whew, almost nicked the edge of that. That was close. Moose! Moose! Moose is in the house. I think, Moose, you should capitalize every letter in your username. At least all the Moose letters. That way your name gets highlighted more. That way we can scream Moose. Okay, let's go make a bunch of grain runs. Is that thing parked? This one doesn't move, so we're good. Those pallets are just a bit in the way. We may nudge some of those over. However, Iron Thunder modded this map. I can't do Lumberjack mod in Gnadenthal to move those pallets the easy way. What do we got? Oat. Let's take all the oat. It no longer shows display names. No, but you can change your username. You can change your username. It has to be unique, but capitalizing letters, it doesn't recognize this as a different name. So you can still use exactly the same name you have, but you can capitalize letters in your username. You could edit your username as well. Just click on your avatar and then there's a customize button and you find it in there. It's one of those menus. You can customize your username. Okay, here go our oats. Where's the best price for oats selling? Oat. Where's out? Blumengart Exports. I think it's all going to be Blumengart Exports. John Deere says it's meant to be like that way. So you took the photo at an angle. That makes sense. Hey, there's Long Hauler done plowing. I guess I should pick up that contract. Hey, Zachary, how's it going? Motor City Moose. There we go. Motor City Moose. See, you change your name. You can change that. Yep. You can. You still notice sometimes when you join someone's stream, it's still using your YouTube name, but most places it's using your YouTube handle now. Okay. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? I forgot what I was gonna do. Totally forgot. Oh, right. Pick up a contract. Collect. No new contracts yet. How much money did we need for that, buying that field? $60. Oh, we can buy that. Yes. What? Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we'll buy that one too. Yes. Takes a while to load in. There you go. This one is 76 grand. Okay, 2 little fields bought. We're going to be doing more of our own seeding next season. Nice. And then hopefully we'll make more money and start being able to buy more tractors. Zachary has a blue tractor in their avatar, so I'm guessing that's New Holland or Old Ford. Yeah, cultivator's still in the field. I just abandoned the tractor and cultivator in the middle of the field when I realized I need to be selling my seed. Just abandoned everything. Gamer 2.0 Shadow, hello. How's it going, Shadow? There you go, that was 11.3 grand. Outhouse real quick and then I'll jump back in. I like it. I like it. Shadow says, good. I'm doing fabulous. Had one super chat today, so I'm wearing this hat thanks to that super chat. Appreciate the support. Long hauler did a $10 super chat. So any day you get a super chat or a new member, you know is a good day. I mean, the amount of money I've made on today, it'd still be like $2 an hour, $3 an hour, somewhere in there. But who cares? It's a little bit of money to doing something that I enjoy. Okay, what are we grabbing next? Make some decent money. Really need to buy a Load King trailer with a good semi truck, maybe a W900L. So that we can transport multiple grains at once. And welcome back, Alice Chalmers' kid. Long hauler is just peeing on the side of the Quonset right there. Have you no shame? That's right, we're long haul truck drivers. We pee where and when we need to. Canola. Where are we bringing canola? Canola, best price at the animal dealer. My W900 has got a Cummins, the X15, set to 500 horsepower. Honestly, set too low for a Super B. If I was in charge of setting up if it was my truck, I would put 600 horsepower on it. Problem is the insurance or the warranty on it costs a lot more if you up the engine power. There we go. That's it for canola. Just bump that pallet out of the way. Eventually they'll be all clear. This is a really nice tractor for transport right now. It's got enough horses. It's the biggest one that 235 horsepower. It's the biggest tractor that they built in this setup. We're playing on my map, Zachary. Oop, I didn't stop at all. Playing in Gnadenthal. That's where I grew up. I paid Iron Thunder to make this map. I didn't mod it. I paid Iron Thunder to learn how to mod, and then he made it. That's why it has some bugs and stuff in it, because he's still learning how to mod. He actually made this map in FS22 as a 4X. And as a 4X, yeah, 4X in FS22. But he tried a cross-platform version, and that one's pretty buggy. But this is the least buggy one. The only problem we have right now with it is we can't find all the collectibles. One of the collectibles is inside a house. So you'd have to buy the property, sell the house, and then collect the collectible. And some of the weeding and hoeing and harvesting contracts don't work on the specialty crops. Some of the crops don't want to work properly, but it's the specialty ones, not the base game ones. Reaper is back. Welcome back, Reaper. Okay. Alice Kid says, I mean, speed limits are recommendations. Well, it depends on where you live. I speed all the time here. People always freak out that I'm like, this week I was doing 117 in a 100-kilometer zone, and there's a cop sitting there on the side of the road with a radar out. 17 over is not a big deal. It's more than I like to speed. As a rule, I speed 5. I set my GPS or cruise control to go 5 kilometers over the speed limit. Just so I'm not, at least people can say I'm doing the speed limit, right? I'm at least doing the speed limit. Reaper, we've been doing really good. Really good. Our main channel has had a couple of bangers of videos that have done really well. If every video did as well as some of those bangers have done, I think I could go full time. But we need every video to get to that stage. But I'm excited that every now and then a video is high enough that I'm like, if every video did this number right here, I could do full time. Nope, saving. Reaper says, my parents never go 6 over the speed limit. So 6 would be 10 kilometers. So that's kind of generic over here too. Yep, 10 kilometers. Cars usually do that, yeah. So when I say 5, I mean kilometers, which would be 3 miles an hour. So I usually set my cruise control 3 miles over the speed limit. 117 in the big rig? Yeah, definitely not in miles. Kilometers here. We're in kilometers. I get paid by the mile, but I drive by the kilometer. Canada's measurement system's messed up because our neighbors are the US. So we kind of have a mix of both. The official posted measurements and limits versus what we say. All construction is in imperial measurements. That dual is going to hit that auger. There we go. Yep. All right. What are we going to load? Not a lot of sorghum there. Just a tiny little bit. Where's the best place to sell sorghum? Sorghum. Blumengart exports. Yeah, it's barely worth the trip. Barely worth the trip to Steinbeck. That's something somebody would say in Gnadenthal. That's not true. The UK still does miles per hour, even though they're all metric. There's a couple of countries that still do imperial speed limits. The server's open for now. I'm not going to be going much longer. We're going to end the stream here pretty quick, but normal over here is 65 to 80 miles per hour. Yeah, here in Canada, it's pretty rare that you go faster than 60 miles an hour. Just checking. Nope, we're getting no sound from you, long hauler. Zero sound at all. So we didn't hear you pee on the side of that Quonset. I saw you standing right beside that Quonset there and just peeing right in the open. We all saw it. No shame at all. Yeah, so the server is about to get shut down here next 15 minutes. Holly, did you ever figure it out? Oh, answer is no. People don't fail. People just give up. Especially squeakers. Squeakers give up so soon. I think that comes with age. As you get older, you work harder at the things you want. Bella is throwing out gang symbols. I like that. I call her Bella, and she calls me Juana. Wouldn't it be Juanita? I think the Spanish version would be Juanita. I'm gonna call you Bella until you put capital letters in your username. Really? It sold already? That's it? Okay. Let's go get the next load. Sure, we have more loads. Oh, I'm pretty sure I knew that, Bella, but you refuse to put capitals in your name. Moose just changed his name. Moose. I like Motor City Moose, all in caps with a big moose. Moose has got to figure it out. Grave Reaper's got capitals in his name. Lane has a capital in his name. It just makes it easy to see where one word starts and another word ends. Where one word ends and the other one starts. The Alice kid still hasn't learned that one yet. John Farms has learned it. John Farms has got it right. Got a F in capital F for Farms. John Farms. Easy to see where one word starts and the other one ends. The other way to solve that would be underscores. But that makes your name harder to search. If you just use capitals and lowercase. The Alice kid, how do I know your name? Because it's showing your name in chat. YouTube is using YouTube handles instead of YouTube names now. So edit your YouTube names. I don't know your real name. Oh wait, is your real name John and I'm just talking to a different John and now you think I'm calling you John? Wait. Oh, never. All good. I'm good. I give myself a heart attack. Preston, how's it going? Preston got it figured out as well. Preston, and then a capital R, Rayburn. 2 separate words. Some of you got it figured out. See? I know your name only because I was talking to a different person in chat. I have 2 streams going, so there's 2 different chats going. I was talking to a different chat. That's why. So you just doxed yourself. You just outed yourself. There you go, spelt. Where's the best place to sell spelt? Bloomingart Exports again, okay. John is a very popular name. You doxed yourself. You're not advertising your name. You just doxed yourself. Yeah, John is definitely a popular name. How much more do we have left to move? We got rye to move. Oh, we got some milk now. I don't think we have a milk trailer yet, but we are getting some milk. rye and a tiny bit of buckwheat. I don't know if the... Oh. Still have lots of spelt left. Okay, so it'll be a load and a half of spelt. That'll make some good money. I should get a bigger trailer. I need to get a big rig and a Load King trailer. Get a big W900L and get a Load King trailer. Welcome back, Levi. I guess I should stop. There's a stop sign there. So we have at least another two or three loads left. Preston, the only thing I guess I could recommend is grabbing the other cultivator and join that field and finish that cultivating that field. Long hauler is already on that field, but you could assist. It's a different size cultivator, but that's really the only job there is here in December right now. If we had a second trailer, I would say help me sell crops here, but we don't have a second trailer. So when we do buy the big Load King, we should keep this trailer so that we could double it up in the future. Long hauler says, Preston can clean up the headlands. Yep, that would work. Nope. Alice Kidd just saluted me. What did I do to deserve a salute? Okay. What's that? Oh, the tricorn pirate hat. The tricorn. I guess the tricorn doesn't have to be pirate hat. It can just there's an era where the tricorn was popular. Reaper has got all his graves and skeletons bouncing across the screen. Have there we go, that monitor set up properly. That's better. Now I can see the bouncing. Pirate flag. Should get some good money from this load because it's a full load. And hopefully, Preston, you grabbed a tractor with 300 horsepower because a cultivator probably needs 300 horsepower to pull. I mean, the other ones might do it, but it'll be a little hard. Now we even got the Pirate's Parrot. What's being sold? We're selling spelt. That was almost 14 grand. You got the 7R. So, oh yeah, 7R will pull. Yeah, the 7R and the New Holland are the good ones for the cultivators. Everything else doesn't really matter, but the cultivators, you need one of those two tractors. This tractor is not quite big enough for cultivating. We're 235 horses on this one, and it's just not quite big enough for those cultivators. Have I driven a coe truck? I don't know what a coe truck is. COE truck? Coe? Don't know what that is. Never heard of it. So I guess the answer is no, I haven't. Cab over. Have I ever driven a cab over? No, never driven a cab over. Nope. Their cab overs are pretty rare here. See one every now and then. But not even every day I see a cab over on the road. They're pretty rare. We have a cab over in FS22 on my Through the Years. We got a Pete cab over in there. We'll be using that next time we play on that. I was gonna say next weekend, but next weekend's kind of up in the air. Not sure what we're gonna do there, depending on the weather. It's Jess's birthday, so we gotta do something special. International cab over. You see those every now and then in real world. But in game, when did I've played with the international cab over. Where do we have that one? Because that is a nice mod. Get the rest of the spelt. Yeah, cab overs are pretty rare in Canada and the US these days. I'm guessing zip ties and bias plies are YouTubers? Have not. Levi, why are you so confused today? Sounds like YouTuber names. Zip ties, I don't know what they would be. Bias plies, maybe some kind of tires. Some kind of tire related YouTuber. But never heard of those names before. Because I don't like the way I have to freaking go back and forth. Back and forth between what? What are you going back and forth between, Levi? Alberta YouTuber. Named Zip Ties? Or is the full YouTube channel named Zip Ties and Bias Plies? Is he like a long haul trucker, or what kind of content does he have? Cultivating, seeding, and harvesting. Why is that confusing? I don't understand, Levi. I don't know why that's confusing. Okay, you know what? Let's quickly look it up here. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find them. Okay, I watch Itchy Boots all the time. Zip tie. Oh, it comes up. Okay, we're muted. Okay. Interesting content. I'll have to check that out. Cool. See, we're wearing the pirate hat. I've got another tricorn. I should separate which tricorn. Oh, see? Maybe that's the hat I should. This is the hat, the tricorn. Yeah, I should clarify. Oops, I didn't mean to spin the wheel. We'll let it land on whatever. Maybe I'm wearing the wrong pirate hat. I gotta do that so I'm not confused. You have to do it alone all the time? Jeez. Scared the bejeebers out of me. Yeah, Levi, I have to farm alone all the time too. Levi goes, do you watch? Do you watch Hype Mike? Never heard of Hype Mike. What does Hype Mike do? I need to get myself an... I have one cowboy hat. That was the spinning the wheel. It literally landed on the cowboy hat by the sound effect. I have an actual cowboy hat. You guys just never make me wear it. I've got the pink cowboy hat and the long hauler says I think I'm working too hard. I think you can take a break though, because that contract's finished. Let's collect that one. There's no new contracts. Is that enough to buy another field? How much is the other field? Yeah, we totally can. Buy, yes. Come on. There we go. We own those fields now. We are going to plow those fields. But I first have to finish selling. Okay, who I missed comments here. Revive and Drive. He's got a truck called Slave, and he's pulling out Slave Lake. Nice. You want to get the other one with a strap or whatever. Keep your cowboy hat on your head, like a strap, on a chin strap. Cowboy hat with a chin strap. I guess in windy places you would do that, right? But I am already 5 minutes past when I need to stop streaming, so we're just going to park this tractor right underneath the sell point there, and then we're going to save and quit. Shut down the servers. So thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate it. Super appreciate all the support, Long Hauler. And then Preston, thank you for joining in at the end over here as well. John helped us out earlier. And then Farmer Joe was here, of course. We can't forget her. Jess will probably do a stream tomorrow. Probably on Tuesday and Thursday. So expect more content to be coming out this week. For now, I am going to get out of here. What are we going to go watch after this? Who's out live right now? Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. All right. We're going to start with you guys on vertical. Here we go. Here's you guys on vertical. We maxed out at 26 people. 2,257 viewers. Nice. Good job, vertical. Let's see. Redirect. Bad Pumpkin is playing Farm Sim. Rusty Money is. Virtual Farmer is. You know what? Let's do Virtual Farmer. There we go. Save. Here we go. I didn't see FAFO on there. I could be wrong. Okay. End stream. Okay. See a vertical. Say hi for me. Let's do this raid. Let's do this raid. All right. Now it's your turn. Horizontal, your turn.
The thing with the Ryzens is the Ryzens run
All right.
hot anyway. So
52
my-
viewers. A lot less viewers on her.
58 is running at my 5800 X3D at the moment is running at 91 degrees.
Customization.
But they run hot.
He's playing Killing Floors. Ah, so not Farming Sim. I usually try to redirect to Farming Sim. But I can redirect you guys to a different spot than Virtual Farmer.
Ryzen 7 9800 X3D.
I just don't see FAFO on my list.
And 32 gig of RAM.
I don't know why not.
5 RAM. Nice.
Maybe he doesn't have redirect set on.
Yeah, mine is a completely previous gen machine. Was built.
Yeah, I
as a
don't see him on
previous gen
here.
machine, though.
All right.
When I built it, the
Save.
7800 was out, but the cost
Okay.
of doing it, the 7800
Thank you guys.
would have been
I'm out of here.
not
You
having
guys
to spend
absolutely
a
rock.
huge amount of money on a case next time actually is going to be